This video, like all my videos, are for 13 and up. The doll I'm buying is gonna be in the nude and I can't help it. Oh well. I bought a Momoko doll online, or Momoko. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that because it's a Japanese doll from Japan. I also bought these blank heads of dubious origin. Assuming the same size, same shape, but not rooted, which is why it's dubious that they are real and not Chinese knockoffs, and they are coming from China and not Japan. This is what I bought. This is from Petworks. I got it off eBay. I usually get outbid when I buy this stuff, so I paid a lot more money than I normally would have. She was about $30 cheaper than normal, and the only reason I didn't get outbid was because it ended the day after Christmas. It ended on the 26th, and a lot of people weren't buying on the 26th, and I do notice the more expensive dolls staying online. If you're 50 and under, you get sold out pretty quick. And the only other option for me for buying this doll, I'll see if I can insert a picture at the end, is a doll with a broken leg and faded makeup and bad hair, and I just did not like the looks of that doll. And I wanted this for photographs, and I wanted, even if it was a damaged doll, to be really pretty. And she is slightly damaged, but she is super pretty. This is her, and I'm gonna grab one of the dolls, other dolls, to compare for a size comparison, because I don't see the sizes on these dolls very often. And even though she's listed as a 12th scale doll, you can tell that she's not the same. She's a lot different. And she's more of a skipper size, but more of a womanly skipper size. Her bust line is a bit bigger than skipper would be. Of course, me, myself, and I am pretty short myself, so I can understand this. Not every girl is the same size. Barbie is a lot broader and like broad-shouldered and a bigger doll. She does have a little more natural proportions for what an Asian person would be, and she is meant to be a regular fashionable Japanese doll that, like, if you would see that person on the street, that is what she's supposed to be. Also, the clothing is very expensive and very nice. She is, I believe, is a sleeper line, which is a wake-up doll, and they only come in pajamas and no shoes. The shoes are expensive. They're like $30 for the shoes. So that's something to consider if you're buying this doll, that you will have to probably make a lot of her clothes or put her in skipper clothes. Now, I knew this from the listing, that she has a hairline fracture. If it ever breaks, I believe I can fix it. But that is what made her about $30 cheaper. If she was in Japan, she would be a lot cheaper. But they are expensive for someone buying them in the U.S. I love her hair. Her hair is so pretty. The braid goes down the side and then around the braid. Her eyebrows are so cute, and I'm worried about being able to paint eyebrows that cute on the blank heads that I bought, but she's so pretty. She's very posable. Some of her limbs might be a little looser, but she can still hold a pose, and I did get her for photography and pictures and things like that. I probably won't have her in a stop motion unless she's sitting down because of the defect in her foot, or unless I have her on a doll stand, and I would want to get a better doll stand than the ones I have. I just have those cheap plastic ones that I use for Barbie. And they're not exactly the right size for her because she's just another doll. sits down very well if you don't knock her over repeatedly. I need to be using both hands, but I'm using one to cord and stuff, so okay, there. And she's posable and movable. She only moves to one side at her breastplate, but she's posable at the underarm, the elbow, the wrist, and that is another sticking point. They do break at the wrist a lot. Here at the toes, I will not be doing too much with her feet because that's where it is cracked. And of course at the knees, she's posable. But yeah, you do have to worry about that. But usually Japanese, I didn't get her from a Japanese seller. I got her from someone in Indiana who I believe just bought her as a lot to resell. But they're very honest in Japan. If something has a flaw, they're very detailed. For that reason, they do not give you refunds because you know what you're getting into. So they may have gotten that from a lot in Japan because it was very detailed, everything that was wrong with the doll, which is the only thing is the foot. And all they said is that it appears that her hair has been in this braid for several years, but it's gorgeous. I believe she's been on display since the person bought it. These are the patterns that I bought. So after getting this doll, I realized that they're probably not the same size. I didn't exactly know. It's hard to find comparisons. So I bought several discounted magazines that are Dolly Dolly pattern books, and they're Japanese pattern books. And yes, these are in Japanese, and they are meant for decor dolls, Momoko dolls, and dolls of the like smaller and also bigger dolls as well. But they have a ton of patterns in these books, and I bought like 10 of them. So if you're interested in a giveaway that I'm eventually doing, send me your address on Instagram, on direct message, and I will ship you at least 1 or 2 patterns. I want to say US only, but I think she's so pretty. I love the posability of her head. It's very nice. It is one of those movable pegs. I believe they're supposed to be easy to take off. I'm not going to try, especially with this one. And I do have to buy new bodies. The little sisters are on the pure Nemo bodies. When I bought the heads, I did buy a regular Blythe body because I just wanted to go with the regular A-zone that I'm used to. So I'm not sure if that will be right for the heads that I bought or not, because those came from China as well. So I'm gonna wing it, and if not, I'll put the new heads on a skipper body of some sort. I think she's so pretty. I like her so much. She will spend most of her time in a box because I'm worried about breaking her. I mean, she does have the crack already, but she's so gorgeous, and I will be using her in photographs, and I don't know what came first, her or the Kern doll, which is the Chinese version of Barbie, which they're very pretty as well, just not as detailed. This is the box I'm keeping her in. If you're interested in, it's a very gorgeous box. I got this for Christmas. I actually have 2 bigger boxes like this. My mom just forgot to give this to me when she bought it for me a few years ago, and I found it, and I'm like, you were supposed to give this to me for my birthday 5 years ago. Put my Christmas presents in it. So she did. So I have this box. She's going to have to be in a bent position, which I'm not worried about, to be in the box. I just don't want to lose her in the maze of dolls that is my room. I want to always know where she is. She's expensive but beautiful. So cute. I just love this doll. There is one that looks like me, which is funny because it's a Japanese doll, but just the color of the hair and the light eyes that she has and the style of the hair looks like me. And I love how they did the hair. That is just gorgeous. So even the sleeper wake up dolls are adorable. They're so pretty. I just love that. She's gorgeous. I just love it. This is a great doll. I can't wait to get the heads, and I did buy some wig material. I have to go to the store and get paint for her because I'm going to paint the face. I do have the sealant for her. She is so much smaller than Barbie just sitting down because Barbie has such a large torso. I think she has longer legs than she does a torso. I have a regular sized torso, so when I'm sitting down with people, I see them eye to eye. But when I'm standing up, they're like, oh, you're tiny. So, exact opposite of this doll, I think. But she's so cute. And I am going to be trying my hand at making her fashions from the books I got and finding things that are smaller. And for Skipper, I do have a couple classic 1960s Skipper outfits that I'm going to put her in. I think that will be so cute. Oh, I really like her. She's so pretty. I love her face mold. It's so different. And some people will repaint these, and I'm like, it's such an expensive doll to repaint. Repaint a Barbie, they're cheap. But those are some of the patterns, and to remind you that I am doing a pattern giveaway. I have been sick. I have not been tested for anything because the testing sites have no test. So they ran out, so I couldn't get tested. So I'm just going to wait the 10 days and then send out everyone's prizes because I'm making sweaters. And I did make this jacket. I haven't washed it yet. I want to wash out the marker from it because I do not want to stain this expensive doll. She was $65 plus tax, but she's so pretty and I just love her. She's so pretty. I did buy some buttons that are coming from AliExpress to adorn this jacket with, and I may make it a collar. I love the yellow on her. I love working with felt for outerwear. Just for outerwear, I don't make tops out of it, but it's kind of gives the feel of wool. I did make the sleeves a little wider than they were because I do believe this was originally for a Blythe doll, and with the Blythe dolls, you take off the hands. If you try to take off her hands, they will break. Here is her little sister. I believe the heads are a little bigger. I would love to make a custom one of those dolls with the other heads that I bought. They're the right shape, but the heads, I think, are bigger. I've got the regular Blythe body for that. Not the pure Nemo body like that normally comes on that doll, but those were really expensive. I'm going to root one of those and I'm going to make a wig for the other. I'm really excited for all this stuff to come, but it's going to take a few weeks or a couple months because it's coming from China.